Hi guys, how are y'all? Okay, so today I already made my refried beans, as y'all guys can see, and I added some chicharron to it. We added some pork to it, and we're gonna be making some salsa. I'm gonna be making some salsa. I'm gonna be making some potatoes in the oven, which I already have my oven preheated, and I have my potatoes and onions pre-cut, and I have we put avocado. We put some of this, and I put pepper and salt, and those we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna put them on here, and then we're gonna throw them in the oven. So see, they already have onions, and they already have pepper, salt, and avocado, olive oil. So all I'm going to do is I am going to put them on here, on this pan. And my hands are washed, so don't come get me for that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to spread them out. Spread everything evenly out. Okay. Evenly. Put the little onions on top as well. And it's okay if you lay them on top of each other. Some of them on top of each other. That's fine. Just leave a little breathing spots in between. The little onions on top. There we go. And everything that we're dirtying, we're washing it right after, okay? So that way there is no mess, nothing to deal with. So, this is what my potatoes look like with onions on top, pepper and salt. Preheat your oven at 350 and put them in there, okay? Okay. So my oven was already preheated, and I put them at 350, and we're going to put the timer, we're going to put at least 40 minutes, and then we're going to be checking it while we go, okay? Okay, next step. my refried beans. I already have my refried beans refried with, I added, while they were frying, I added some chicharrones. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to smush them. I'm going to put them in my blender and blend them so that way they're really fine, okay? So we're going to go ahead and add them to the blender. And I'm doing this so the chicharrones can be equally distributed and equally mixed in beans. That way my kids can eat it too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a different spoon so you can grab some juice out of the beans. And you can just pour it in there. Okay? We cover it. But since they're really hot, you don't wanna mix them with the blender with the top covered all the way. You want to leave some breathing air so it can grab some air. If not, it will explode in your face, okay? Because it's so hot. And if it's too thick, add a little bit of water, guys. With the bottled water, we're going to add a little bit of water. We open it up and we mix it with a spoon. Okay, just so it's not too thick, we're going to add a little bit more water. Okay, now we're going to add it to the other pat. You're going to need one of these, so we can add the beans to this. And see how beautiful it mixed everything together? Beautifully. Okay? We're going to add the rest of the beans. We're going to clean our pan from the bottom. If you made a little mess, just clean it up real quick. There's no problem. We're going to put it back. We're going to add a little more water. We're going to cover it up. Turn it on to medium heat, okay? And we're going to add a little oil. We pour these back in here too. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we're going to wait for our beans to mix up really good. And to refry again, okay? And there you go. It's going to taste like chicharrones con frijoles. Look at that. We're going to let it thicken up a little bit. All right. I am going to put my spoon in a different plate just so it'll hold for right now. Thank you for joining, everybody that's joining. Thank you for the follows. Okay, once it starts bubbling like that, you're going to turn it down to the very low, and we're just going to let it sit, okay? We don't want it to over bubble. Moving on, we're going to put this up. I'm going to wash the mess that I made. We're going to be washing our mess while we go. Hold on just a second, guys. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Give me 1 second. For those of y'all that don't like to wash dishes right after, it's a good idea to wash your dishes in between while something is cooking so you don't have that problem of dishes at the end. Okay, so for those that love washing dishes at the end, be my guest. Wash your dishes at the end. I don't. I personally don't. I wash my dishes as I go. Why? Because at the end, when the food's done, my dishes are done. And it is so much easier to just wash 1 or 2 plates from the people that eat than having to wash a whole cerro of dishes. What do y'all think? Okay, so now, moving on, guys. We have our beans, right? We have our potatoes and onions with avocado oil in the oven at 350 for 40 minutes. Okay, now we're going to move on. I'm going to be making some salsa, okay? My famous salsa con crema. And I'm going to be dicing all of these chiles serranos. All of these onions, all of these tomatoes in my handy smanchy dicer, the Chata 100. And you will need a big sartén, a big pan like this to put your salsa in. I'm going to be switching flames because I need y'all to be watching this. Okay. So I'm going to move my beans to this side and put it at the very low setting. And we're going to get started, okay? So here we go. Guys, I will get a bigger kitchen when I have the funds. My kitchen's going to be so humongous. I'm going to have the space enough to do all this, okay? And y'all will have a better look. Okay. So, we're going to continue to dice. We're going to dice all the chiles first, okay? Thank you for the likes, guys. See how it's cutting all my chiles real good in there? That's what we want. Short people problems. I can't squeeze the handle as much as I want to at the time. Keep dicing, dice. Gonna dice them all beautifully like that. The little ones, easy peasy. The thicker ones, I have to be on my tippy toes. And guys, do not touch your eyes with your right hand if you're touching the jalapenos, because juice will get in your eyes and you will be in problems. Beautifully. Yeah. I think I need a short people stool. Who has short people problems? Let me know in the comments. Once it's getting full, just give it a little mix, so it'll all mix up together. Remember, while I'm doing this, I'm heating up my pan. We're gonna put some oil in it, okay? And we're gonna start throwing all of our jalapenos in there, all of our peppers. See, this comes off, and all you do is put it back in there and continue doing what you're doing. Just like that. So first things first, this is for the salsa, okay guys? Pay attention. Salsa, right here. We need more serrano peppers, okay? We're not quite done yet. And if you don't like it spicy, use jalapeno peppers. There we go. Next, you're going to do your onions. We're going to put onions now. We're going to cut them in half. They're little, so, you know, cut them in half. Don't forget to mix your chiles. And if it's a little too dry, wow, that's spicy. You're gonna need to put a little more oil. And don't forget to open a window or a door because you will die of coughness, okay? You will be coughing. I am fixing some my famous salsa de crema. Salsa con crema mexicana. And I cut up all these serrano peppers. All of these serrano peppers. We're going to put 4 tomatoes, 6 onions, 6 little onions. And I already made my frijoles refritos, refried beans. And we're making some potatoes and onions in the oven. At 350, you slice your potatoes in circles. And you put olive oil. You marinate it with salt and pepper, and we are doing that in the oven. I will show y'all whenever we're done. And we're going to be cooking pork chops. So that's what I'm making, guys. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for joining. I'm using my Chata 100. It's the new chopper. You're going to add onions to this. We don't want 2 more onions to go. Chiquis, voila! And you add this too. You mix it real good with all your jalapenos, all your serrano peppers, or whatever chiles you want to use. And I make a lot, guys, because this will last you a while, okay? Unless you just like to eat it every day. Now we're going to dice our tomatoes. I'm telling you, my Chata 1000 has made my life easier in chopping and making food and cooking and everything, guys. It's just so much easier, faster, and convenient for you to just chop everything and go. There we go. And we clean as we go, guys. Perfectly. Thank you for the follow. Hello, Vicky. I am making pork chops, salsa con crema, refried beans, and potatoes with onions, salt, and pepper, and avocado oil in my oven at 350 degrees for 40 minutes. Okay, guys, I wash my dishes as we go. If you don't like washing your dishes as you go, then whatever, y'all can do it however you want it. This is the way I do it. So if you like it, like it. If you don't, hasta la vista, baby. I will, as soon as I finish with the live, I'm gonna edit all that. Yes. Okay. Either way, we're not in a hurry, okay? We're not in a hurry because I still gotta wait for this to fry and cook and everything, so there's no rush. There's no rush. I'm really not worried about editing all that right now. It's a live video, and I'm showing what it's live. I'm showing it how it is. You know, I'm not trying to edit anything right now. Okay, once all this is mixed and it's boiling, we're gonna add We're gonna add one of these. Okay, we're gonna add half of it, a little less than half. Okay, because we don't want it all the way to the top. We just want it to cover at least enough, as y'all can see. Okay, we're gonna let this boil for a little bit, and then we're gonna add our sour cream. We're gonna add some spices. I'm gonna be adding some chicken bouillon. Yeah. I'm gonna be adding some chicken bouillon to this. It's really easy to make, and you can make with any kind of jalapeno peppers that you want, or you like, or you desire. You're gonna add one handful of it. You can use any chicken bouillon you want. This is the one I like. We also have this one, but you can add whatever chicken bouillon you like. Okay, we're gonna mix it together really well. And we're gonna let this boil. We're gonna add a little more water. To my preference, I like a little more water. So we basically use the whole bottle. Okay. And this is the way it's looking, guys. Let me show you a little close up. This is how our refried beans are looking. And that's how our potatoes are looking in there with our onions, okay? So, and all we have left to cook, it's going to be my pork chops. I will move on just in short while. Okay, we're going to give this a little good mix. We're going to let this boil, so yeah, I would too. We eat a lot of beans in my house. I am making, here, I'll give you another little tour of what I'm making. So I'm making refried beans, okay, and I actually blended them. I put some chicharrones in it, and then I'm making some salsa with crema, okay. We're just letting everything boil already. And then we have in the oven some potatoes with pepper, salt, avocado oil, and onions. And then I also made some cabbage steaks, okay, in the oven. I cut them in like little like patties, right? And then you pour olive oil and you put salt and pepper and you throw them in the oven at 350 degrees. And guess what? It is healthy for you. And delicious. Yeah, because I don't eat cabbage if it's cooked like that, okay? I eat it in like soups and stuff. But other than that, I don't eat it like that, okay? And there's people that can't eat the cabbage like that because either they're missing teeth or whatever the circumstances is, or they just don't like the taste. And guess what? You add a little bit of salt, a little bit of lemon afterwards, heat it up in the microwave, and dang, that is delicious. You can eat it with chicken. You can eat it with anything, okay? It'll be a good side dish. Thank you for the likes, guys. Okay, so this is boiling already. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add the crema to it. You're gonna need a whole thing of this. You're gonna pour it all in there. And this is the crema that I use. If you want to screenshot it or whatever, best crema, sour cream. You can use it with anything, baked potatoes, everything. It already has salt. You don't need to add more salt to this. It is perfect. But since I did make a lot of it with pork chops, yes, and that's what I'm fixing to get into as soon as I'm done with this. I'm gonna add a little bit of this sour cream, like maybe like that much of this sour cream, because it's a lot and I want it to come out really, really creamy. But for this one, I'm not gonna use the same spoon because it's gonna go back in the fridge. I don't want it to go bad. There we go. Now, the key with this, guys, is you need to turn it down, right? Once you put the sour cream, you turn it down and you start mixing. You don't want it to just sit there because it's going to get clumpy, okay? We don't want it to be clumpy. We want it to dissolve and be runny. So just mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. Okay? You mix, you mix, you mix. Alright, just be patient. It'll all dissolve. And you don't want it to boil a lot, okay? You do not want to boil your sour cream. You just want it to be nice and warm. And once it starts boiling, then you're going to turn it off, okay? And move it away from the heat. And this can go with tacos and everything. What's up? Okay. And it will thicken up, guys, as we go. This can go with tacos. This can go with refried beans. This can go on top of chicken, on a salad, on whatever it is that you like it. See how everything is dissolved? There's no more clumps in there. Guys, and if you have not followed me yet, go follow me. I will follow everybody that's been following me. I'm going to be following. Just remember, we can only follow 10 people at a time, so be patient. But I will get to you. We're all here to support each other. And I appreciate every little bit of support that you guys give me. Okay, we're just going to let this boil. Alright. That looks beautifully. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follow, Vita. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then we have 50 minutes. We have 50 seconds left on the potatoes. I'm going to turn on my light and I'm going to check. And I believe they still need time. So I'm going to add a little more time to this. I'm going to add, let's see. I'm going to add another 30 minutes. Okay? We're going to keep an eye on it, I promise. So 30 minutes. Let me show you how they are looking to my liking. I'm going to want them a little more brown. See? And then, of course, our refried beans. I blended them. This is how they look. And then our salsa. And then we're going to start with our pork chops in just a second. And then, oh, thank you for the rose, Shauna. And we're going to start with our pork chops. And then, of course, we have our, what's it called? I have my cabbage patties already made. See how this is starting to boil? We're going to turn it off. And we're going to move it away from the flame, okay? So we move it away from the flame. That's done. I'm going to move my refried beans to the left because I'm going to use my bigger burner for my pork chops. Okay, we're going to turn up the pork chop burner. Actually, I'm going to move my beans from here because this is kind of hot and I don't want my beans to be boiling, okay? There we go. So just like that, we're going to move this. Actually, I'm going to leave this over here. Just turn it off. We're going to be cooking our pork chops. Okay, my pork chops are defrosted already. overnight in the fridge, in the refrigerator. That way they would be already ready and defrosted by the time I was going to use them today. And with this, we're going to add a little bit of oil. Okay. Let me move this out the way so y'all guys can see. Can y'all see better? Thank you for the follow, Lisa. What's the white stuff? The white stuff is chile salsa con crema. John's family, thank you for the rose. Shauna, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the follow. Everybody that's following me, thank you so much. I will be following you at the end of the live, okay? Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of oil to our pork chops. Okay. There we go. And here's our pork chops. We're just going to be adding one by one. And I'm going to be adding some regular pepper. And a little bit of Himalaya salt. Himalaya, or however, you get me. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. You're gonna need your handy smanchy tongs. What's cooking? We are making refried beans, which I already have, and we are making potatoes in the oven we cut them in circle pieces. Let me show everybody that's joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, they are huge, guys. We're making some potatoes in the oven with avocado oil. We're making our pork chops. We're making some refried beans. I made the salsa already. I made some salsa, some salsa con crema. Okay. And I made some cabbage chops, okay? Cabbage pork chops. They're not pork, they're cabbage. You just cut them, you dice them like this, right? And you put them in the oven with avocado oil, salt and pepper, and you throw them in the oven, and there you go, some cabbage, some healthy cabbage. But for now, we're gonna be cooking our pork chops. I want y'all to see and get close to that. They fell to the ground, so let me wash them, guys. Okay. I'm going to dry them. Once it looks like that, you flip it, guys. I'm going to add pepper to this. And some Himalaya salt. I'm going to add a little more oil just for all my other pork chops to cook the same way. I feel like it needs a little more. And there we go. That should be enough for all the pork chops to be cooked. See how my salsa came out? And that's it, guys. It's easy as that. It's just so much time consuming, but if you do everything in a certain order, you'll be done and you will not have no mess left. And yeah, thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you so much for the likes and the gifts. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follow. Martinez. I can't say your first name. I'm not doing the dishes. Exactly. That is my exact point, okay? I'm not doing the dishes at the end, okay? I'm doing them now as I go. See, while this is cooking, I'm just standing here, so why not go and do the dishes, which I have done. I did this, and then I washed my dishes. I did the refried beans. I washed the dishes, and it's so much easier, guys. Why leave the mess and then, oh my gosh, I will not wash dishes. I will not. This is crema, salsa con crema. Oh, thank you. It smells delicious, guys. So I made some salsa con crema, right? I use serrano peppers, tomatoes, onions, and then I refried my beans and I blended them so they would be more, you know, thinner. And then of course we're cooking our pork chop with just salt and pepper. And then I have some onions with potatoes wedges in there that I've diced. And then I cooked some cabbage steaks. I call them cabbage steaks because you dice them into like this, right? And then all of them. And this is two cabbages, and you just basically you cut them, you dice them, and then you put avocado oil, salt, pepper. You throw it in the oven for 350 degrees for about 30 minutes, and this is what it comes out to. All you do is, yes, healthy. You might eat meat, but you gotta eat something healthy with that. And what a better dish than to go with this. So you're gonna get a steak, you're gonna get refried beans, you're gonna get some potatoes in the oven with onions, you're gonna get a cabbage steak, and some salsa. And there you go. Yummy. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Patty, thank you for the follow. Once it looks like that, we flip it, okay? And after this flips, after it looks like that crispy on one side and you flip it, once you see no blood coming out of it, then it's done. And for my daughter, she's really picky eater, right? She only will eat beans and rice. So I didn't cook a batch of rice because nobody else will eat it. What I did is I bought this, put it in the oven. Put it in the microwave, for 90 seconds. And there you go. Why not? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you so much for your support.
Have you seen my crock? Have you seen my crock?
I have not seen your Crocs, baby. Go look under your Chica's bed. Okay, guys. So let me bring you along. Thank you for the rose. Do you see how there's no more blood coming out of this? We're going to leave it at least for 5 more seconds, maybe 10 seconds, and then we're going to take it out of the... So you're going to need a plate.
I found it.
Next, we add some salt. Now you can add whatever salt you want, okay? This is the salt that I like to add. And we're going to add some pepper. And again, you can add however much pepper you want. This is however much I'm going to use, and that's it. What type of oil? For the pork chops, regular oil. I'm using vegetable oil. But for the cabbage and the potatoes in the oven, I added this oil. I find the things that I make in the oven come out better, crispier, okay? It's the crispiness that I'm looking at in the oven, and yeah. Hello from West Texas, Mama Bear. Shout out, shout out. I'm also from Texas, Dallas, Texas. HEB, yep. Shout out for Pocono. Shout out, howdy from, oh, I'm really bad with that. What's the white sauce look good? It is salsa con crema, guys. Salsa con crema, right? It's sour cream. You added serrano peppers, jalapeno, well, serrano peppers. You can add jalapenos, onions, tomatoes, chicken bouillon, and then water, a little bit of water, and then you let it boil, and then there you go. Shout out from Easton. Hello. So yeah, guys, I made a lot of food, but it's a lot of us in my household, so, and besides, I need to have food for lunch tomorrow for my brother's lunch. Thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you for the likes. Also, guys, whoever follows me, I'm going to be following back, okay? Any cilantro in the sauce? No. Not in this one. You can. You know, you can. I just never added it. That's a good idea, though. I'm going to have to try that once. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes. I am going to be following everybody that follows me, okay? So just be patient with me. I can only follow 10 people at a time. So after the live, I'm going to go and follow however many people I can. And then tomorrow, like that, okay? So, guys, don't think that I'm not going to follow y'all. Okay. While this is cooking, I'm going to show y'all a really, really good drink. You're going to need a cup. You're going to need some tamarindo. Okay? We're going to need a cup. We're going to need some tamarindo. You're going to need some of this salt. You're going to need one of these. You're going to need one of these. So what you're going to do first, right? New here. What are you cooking? Pork chops, cabbage, steaks, salsa con crema, refried beans, and potatoes with onions in the oven. This is the salsa con crema, my refried beans, the cabbage steaks. Okay, guys. So you're going to get this. You're going to dip your cup of choice in there. Just like that. Okay? You're going to add some ice. You're going to add some ice. You're going to add the lemon. Okay? You're going to add some salt. We're going to add this. It's mineral water. Okay, we're going to add it to that. Just like that. And we're going to need some tajin. And you're just going to put the tajin in there. Let me take out my pork chop. It's done. Now let me show you how beautiful it looks. And you're gonna add your straw and you mix. Delicious. Delicious, guys. Okay, next pork chop. We're gonna add some salt. We're gonna add some pepper. Thank you for the follow, Lisa. Those chops are good. Thank you, Smokey. TikTokera, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes, guys. So, let me show you. I also made some cabbage steaks. Right? You cut them like this. You put them in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. You put avocado oil, salt, and pepper, and then you put them in the oven. I made my salsa. We've made our refried beans. And we are also cooking some potato wedges with cebolla. Vegetable oil. For the pork chops, I did use vegetable oil, but for the stuff in the oven, I like to use avocado oil, guys. Stuff comes out crispy and really, really good. Tastes good. It really tastes good. To fry the chops, Miss Lady, I am using vegetable oil.
How can you make the beans so soft, Mom?
I blend them. See? And I added to the chops this kind of salt and this pepper.
Okay.
Huh?
Where's the apple?
¿Tiene hambre?
Papi, no tenemos grain.
No hay, ¿qué está ahí? Yo estoy ahí.
No.
Thank you, Joyce. Thank you so much. You know, for the pork chops, to my understanding, they come out so much better when they're thicker pork chops, okay? I usually go to my local carniceria, wherever you guys have carnicerias, Mexican carnicerias anywhere. Make sure you ask them the pork chops with the bone, okay? And they all usually come with the bone, but some of them don't come with the bone. And need garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, seasoning, salt. I just add, this is the way we make them in my household. This is what we like, right? And so all I add is this kind of pepper and this kind of salt.
How do you connect this to this one?
Ahorita. And that's it. My salsa, okay. Oh God, I already threw the wrapper. Okay, for my salsa, this is the crema that I use, okay? And I got it at my local carniceria as well, right? This is the crema that you're gonna use. This is the sour cream that you're gonna use for, no, it's not gravy. It's salsa, guys, it's salsa. This stuff is salsa, Mexican salsa, with this kind of crema. Okay, so what I did is I chopped up my serrano peppers. I added serrano peppers, onions, tomatoes, chicken bouillon, one thing of water, and then I added the sour cream, and then you just mix until it boils, and then you turn it off. If you go to my videos on my page, I've made this recipe by itself for you guys to go and look at, okay? Thank you for the follow, Regina. You're welcome, Joyce. And then for my my refried beans, a lot of people are asking like, why are they so fine? Because I fried my refried beans with chicharrones, right? I added chicharrones while they were cooking, and then I blended them. Once they were refried, I blended them, and then I threw them back in the pan. Yes, this salsa, it is really spicy, okay? I use serrano peppers, so serrano peppers are really, really spicy, so be careful. If you don't like them with serrano peppers, you can add like maybe 2 serrano peppers or 1, and the rest you can add jalapenos. Thank you for the follow, Lynn. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes. Yes, so it's really good. And I make a lot because my mother is the one that basically eats it. You can eat it with chips, you can eat it with beans, you can eat it with tacos, you can eat it with anything. Yes, you blend, you cook the beans, you blend them with the chicharrones. So the kids can eat them already. They're really fine. So you can't even tell that it has chicharrones. It just has the really good taste of chicharrones. Okay, so I'm gonna take my potatoes from the oven. They have already, I've 40 minutes once, 40 minutes twice. And this is the way they look. Okay, so I turned off my oven. They're done, okay? They're ready. And now we're gonna wait for the pork chops, right? Because we're making pork chops. You're gonna add a pork chop, you're gonna add a cabbage steak that I made, which I will show you in just a second. Look at that. We're going to add another pork chop. You're going to add some salt. This is the salt that I'm using. We're going to add some pepper. This is the pepper that I'm using. And these are the cabbage steaks that I've made in the oven with just avocado oil, salt, and pepper. And of course our salsa and our refried beans. Okay, thank you for the likes, thank you for the follow, thank you. Don't forget to share the live, guys. Don't forget to follow me. Everybody that follows me, I will be following back. Hey, we're a community and we're all trying to learn from each other. Yeah, feeding an army, yes. My family is pretty big. And I usually leave food for the next day because I make lunch for my brother for whenever he goes to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Thank you for the follows. Okay, so this is the pork chops. This is the way they are looking. Thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you for the likes. So remember, our potatoes are done in the oven. I turned them off already, and just leave them in the oven, okay? That way they can get a little crispy on the sides. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna go get my son. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. My son was crying in his crib. He just woke up from a nap. I'm about to make him a bottle. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, okay? Okay, guys. I am back. Sorry. That's what it is whenever you have children, huh? Look at that. I think this is the smallest pork chop I've got in my bag. Where did you get your iron skillet? I don't find one that works on my flat surface. It's not an iron skillet. It's just a regular pan. It's just a regular pan. Now I do have a skillet, but it's not, I don't really like cooking with the skillet, guys. Now I do have a skillet, but it's not, I don't really like cooking with the skillet, guys.